Alrighty guys, welcome back to some more Star Ocean, the second story R. Last episode, we began our journey as our playable character Rena. She is essentially your spellcaster, as opposed to Claude, the other protagonist's physical character. After that, we went into the woods and met Claude, who Rena believes is the hero of legend due to him having a sword of light, which I think is just a gun that shoots laser beams. After that, we went and had a little moment by ourselves in the woods before returning to town and being captured by a man named Alan and brought into his mansion to be his wife. We decided to escape down here in the Salva Mines, where we'll begin this episode by going through our very first dungeon. But before that, if you guys do like this video and this series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out, and I'll make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. So this will be the exact same whether you were playing as Rena or Claude, despite the fact that they are not together right now. So let's go ahead and get to exploring. First thing you can do is you can pull up a main map here. The main map will not rotate, whereas the mini-map will actually rotate as we run around. So I highly recommend, if you need to know where you're going, just pull up your actual main map. But here we go. We're going to try to get into as many fights as possible because we want to level up as quickly as we can here. The bonus gauge. Collect enough of the spheres that enemies drop to trigger bonus effects. There can be up to 3 bonus effects. Use them to gain the advantage in battle. Enemies will drop spheres in the following situations. The enemy is defeated, you get a critical hit, or the enemy is broken. Breaks in particular allow for large amounts of spheres to be obtained, so actively aim to break enemies when possible. The bonus gauge will break in the following situations. If you fail a perfect counter, if the current character becomes incapacitated, so if the character you're playing as becomes incapacitated, or the battle begins with an enemy back attack, the gauge will be completely reset if broken. So essentially what you want to do, an easy way to do it actually right off the bat here, is if you can just get these perfect blocks. Oh, I got broken there. You can see I actually failed, and we're already at 3 HP. This is a tough little area we're in here. Let's go ahead and get a heal. They broke me again. No. Go away, go away, go away. Get away from you. Let's go ahead and get rid of one of them. Ooh, I am really low on HP. That is okay, though. What I want to do is actually bait out some of these attacks, because what I want to go for here is a crush, because it gets me the break and lets me kill some enemies. I was hoping I could get some spheres there. Unfortunately, I did not. When you do level up, you do gain HP back. We have 15 out of 50 you saw in the bottom right corner. That is that chain gauge it was talking about. I probably want to quickly heal. You can actually quick heal. If you stand still for a second, you'll actually see it get pulled up in the bottom left corner. But your quick heal is the right menu. So if you do this, you'll heal with spells. I lose so much MP with that, so we do want to try to get some perfect blocks here in order to recharge that MP meter. New type of enemy as well. Let's go ahead. I want to try. There we go. Good stuff. And we get another perfect dodge. Now, with an enemy like this, we actually should be able to utilize our crush pretty well here. Oh, boy. And if we come in here, you can see our bottom right corner, we did those little things that look like coins. Those are spheres. So we want to try to get to 50, but we don't want to get broken either. There we go. We hit level 5, which is solid because Claude should be joining our party around level 5. We're going to come all the way over here. This is actually a dead end, but there's an enemy guarding 2 chests over here. So want to make sure we take advantage of this. Come here, enemies. No way. And we lost our boost gauge. It is definitely a learning curve, because you think you have it, and then you just barely mistime your B press and you get broken. I want to see if we can show off the chain meter in this episode. There's some blueberries and an anklet. We can go ahead and just quickly check those out. The anklet gives you 3 defense, and the necklace gives you 8 evasion. And we'll go ahead and just take the defense in case we get broken. And that's it for this left path. So let's go ahead and run over to the right. Then we're going to make a big loop. The loop has a couple different chests in it. The top of the loop will be the way to go. But there's a couple different things we can find along the way. So Head up here. I do slightly wish I could actually attack in the open world, but I guess it makes sense. This is the exact same as just getting an attack off. Finally fighting the easy enemies. You might not think they are. That hurts. That ranged attack he's got. Come on. Come on. You're he got me? How? That was perfect. This is a good place to level up before you get into any boss fights. Over here to the right branching path is going to be a red chest with some blackberries. Use those if you need to. You don't really have a reason to use them versus your healing magic. In fact, because if you're playing as Rena, you have healing magic the entire game just with Rena. There really isn't a reason to ever use items versus just use your healing magic. If you're playing as Claude, ow. If you're playing as Claude, it's a lot harder because he doesn't have innate healing magic. So when you're going through this dungeon with just him, you actually need to rely a lot more on your items. However, he is just physically more strong. So he's not going to be taking as much damage, and he's going to be able to do a lot more damage. Just these guys, I can deal with you. Come here. Come here. Let's go attack you. You'll get in the hang of getting these breaks. The problem is you can't actually cancel out of your attack to get the counter attack. You can't be attacking. You have to basically be... you can be moving, but you cannot be in the middle of an action. There's actually nothing down this path here. So we're going to go ahead and go up to the top left now. If you check your map, you can see we are making a little bit of a loop. We could have went left at that fork, but instead we went right.
You ready for this?
I don't believe enemies respawn unless you fully leave the area and come back. Go and take advantage of this enemy real quick. There we go. Rena, I would love for you to get not fists. I want you to get an actual weapon. There's level 6 for Rena. And directly ahead will be a heal spot, so if you do need some HP or MP, go ahead and heal up.
We better be careful.
We're just going to go ahead and head in here. We're slowly getting stronger as well. Ooh, he hit me. We got the break. Perfect. Just from regular punches. Didn't even have to get a counterattack there. The fights are relatively simple in this game. They will get a little bit longer. The boss fights are pretty lengthy, though. They just require you to use a lot of planning.
You ready for this?
Come here, enemies. Okay, that's one. There's our counterattack. Come here, you stupid rabbit. There we go. We could be using spells. I just don't want to use spells when I'm just playing as Rena by herself. That's a lot harder to actually get it off. But also, you're just going to one-shot enemies with spells anyways. There's some blueberries and some spectacles. We'll leave that enemy alone for a second. Instead, we'll come down here. Go ahead and branch off to the right first.
We got enemies.
More of these lizard men. Ooh, barely dodged that one. At this point, I probably don't need to fight any more of them. I'm just trying to get my chain meter built up. I think if I just don't do any more counterattacks, I'll be able to get that 50 chain meter. Up here is a chest with a buckler. Perfect for Rena right now. It gives her a 30 more evasion and 1 more defense. Again, we'll go into those stats a little bit later. I want to get a second party member just to compare them.
We got enemies.
Back attack. I mean, this formation of enemies is pretty easy. Ow. Go away. Especially if this enemy just keeps jumping around. It's really not that hard.
Good.
Only 33. I don't know if we'll actually... Ooh, we got an ugly accessory and a food item. I don't know if we'll actually be able to hit our max combo before the end of this dungeon. I could if I got breaks. If I got my counterattacks. Chill out. Ooh, that was close. Let's go ahead and use a crush on this guy. Ooh, perfect break. There we go. And 47. I need to fight one more rabbit and do a crush on him. That's all I need. If you want to, you can go down that bottom right path, but it's just going to loop back around, so we're just going to ignore it. There's no enemies down there. And up here is actually a place you can't go to just yet, but this is going to be a place you can go to later. Tucked away down here, though, is a resurrection elixir, so we'll go ahead and grab that. And that is... Wait, what is that? What are exclamation points again? I don't think... Or question marks? Is it just reading this? Beware of dragons. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. You can't go down there just yet, but I believe there's an optional dragon boss down there later. Okay, there's one more enemy for us to fight. And let's hope this has a rabbit in it.
We better be careful.
2 enemies. No, just the lizard folk. Just brute force our way through it. And there we go. We have hit our level 50, meaning we now have a 25% attack boost. But if you lose that even once by failing a perfect dodge, you will lose all of it. So all you have to do is step in here and you do get healed. And if you need to, make sure to access the save point. I need to make sure my first save here did not spoil any characters you might get later in the game. Whenever you're ready, we can just run up here, but if you want to, just make sure... actually doesn't do anything there. I think we're probably as good as we can get, so let's go ahead and approach this altar.
What is this place?
Ah, my sweet bride. So wonderful of you to make it to our little wedding. Rena, my dear, you should know by now that you can't escape from me.
Alan, what is wrong with you? You weren't like this before.
No, I wasn't. I've changed, and I have the stone to thank for that.
Alan!
But that's a trifle matter not worth killing yourself over. Shall we begin the ceremony? Rena! That's close enough.
So you're Alan. Let Rena go. Do you have any idea what you're doing?
If you'll excuse me, sir, we are in the middle of a holy ceremony. In just a moment, we will be together as one. I would appreciate it if you would show some respect. Now then, my Rena.
No! Mr. Kenny, help me!
Stop it! This isn't anything holy! You can't force someone into marriage like this!
Force? I think you're a tad mistaken here. We are in love with each other. Love with each other. Love!
Alan?
Love with...
Oh no!
Mr. Kenny!
Damn it! Look out!
So here we go, our first boss fight against Alan. Now, before you do anything, I highly recommend you switch control over to Claude. So you can use your ZR and left stick to switch characters. The controls for switching characters can be changed under settings. List characters, switch characters according to their order in the battle, or current position switch. So essentially, you want to swap to him. Reason for that, I don't actually know if I can show it off here. But Claude is level 1. So, if you strategy... I want her to Honestly, if I'm safe, she'll only use spells. But if Claude gets hit twice, he dies. So we just, honestly, you kind of just want to bait out attacks here with Claude. And then hope Rena can use some. There we go. We get the break. You want Rena to get those breaks there. And then she doesn't have any more crushes left. We get another perfect counter there. Oh, no. Oh, that's so sad. I want to restart the fight now. This actually gives me a perfect opportunity to show off something I was going to save. Oh, we got back a tuck. No way. What I wanted to show off was actually something I skipped because I was going to come back and get it with Claude in the party, but I might as well just show it off now. Right down here is actually this shining ore. If you interact with it, it is a unique spot. It is the quietly gleaming minerals. And what you'll get from it is some XP, so you'll level up, as well as 2 ruby and 2 silver. Now, ruby and silver are actually used for crafting, but you can also equip them. What they'll do is they'll actually give you specifically this ruby here. The silver gives you a little bit of defense, but the ruby makes you take half damage from fire attacks. Very useful early on. I was going to show that off when we got Claude, but I was like, you know what? Since I want to restart and have both of them win anyways, I'll just show it off now. I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe that... do I have my boost gauge still? We'll be fine. I believe that they don't get XP unless they're alive at the end of the battle. So let's get back into it. All right, Claude. This time, don't die. And by Claude, I mean me. All right. The unfortunate thing is if you're playing as the character who dies, you don't get to just come back. So you don't get to, like, take control of as Rena if you die as Claude, which is why I was like, man, this sucks. I'll just have to sit here and hope Rena gets the kill. No, Claude, you're kidding. Twice in the same spot from the same thing. All right, Claude. This time we're going to dodge, all right? This just goes to show this can be a very challenging game. It's honestly just right here is actually pretty hard because Claude is very under-leveled. If you decided to start as Rena, yeah, this is tough. Honestly, I might just finish it off as Rena. No, I want to beat this with Claude. Okay, this time I just went for the retry. You can actually see here that Claude is level 1. When you die, you get to choose to retry or go back to the main menu. I kept going back to the main menu. But you can see he's only level 1, but can I really not change anything yet? All right, let's do this. Let's start the battle. I'm going to do this till I win.
Don't let your guard down.
Claude, we just got to be careful, okay, buddy? And it's my fault. We're in this mess. I get it. But we're going to go till you win. I've changed my strategy. We're just going to not dodge. I don't know his timing enough. I'm just going to do this. And hope Rena gets a kill. I'm going to bait out the attacks. Rena. There we go, Rena. She can honestly take a couple hits. So, like, if I did swap to her, we'd be so much better off. All right, Claude told me it's time to focus up. Isn't that right, Claude? Yes, it is. No, Claude! Claude, we were focused up!
I can't lose yet.
Claude, you just have to run. You just gotta run, buddy. You just gotta run. Rena will take care of the rest. You just gotta move. Claude? Rena! Hit him! We did it.
That's one for us.
Oh, boy. That was easy. That was so easy. Yeah, get all that XP, Claude.
Ooh, great.
Gets Rena up to level 7.
Whoa.
And Claude up to level 3. And he learns Air Slash. That wasn't even that hard.
Rena, are you all right?
Yeah.
What happened to this guy, Rena?
I don't know. Ever since he came to Arlia, it's like he was possessed by something.
But people don't just turn into this kind of monster. What's going on here?
Alan, you were such a good person, too.
Rena,
Why did this have to happen? Alan!
he's still breathing.
Where am I? Huh? Rena, why are you here?
Alan! You're back!
What do you mean? Oh, my head's spinning. I feel like I've been stuck in a dream for days.
I guess that stone was what caused all this trouble. Once it's gone, that was enough to turn him back to normal.
I'm so happy for you.
Let's go back to the mansion. We can figure everything out over there.
I did all of that?
Yes, you did, I'm afraid. It was a terrible experience.
Wow. I can't remember a thing. You're telling me I had Bosman build that altar for me?
Yep, it was about 2 weeks ago that you sent me the order. And now that I think about it, that was around the time I started to notice you acting strangely. Like you were in your own little world or something.
It must have been that stone. Whatever power that stone's emitting was enough to mentally transform you.
I think you're right about that. The first time I saw that stone, it was like something swelled up inside my head. I felt like I could literally do no wrong. That I was right, and everyone else was to do my bidding. I don't remember much after that, but I don't think I'll ever be able to forget what it felt like at that single moment.
Alan.
Rena, I'm sorry. I know I was unconscious during that time, but I feel terrible for doing those things to you.
Don't feel bad, Alan. Besides, you're back to normal, and I know the real Alan would never do anything like that.
Thank you.
We better hurry back to Arlia. Your mom's worried about you, Rena.
Yeah.
I need to go explain what happened to everyone in Salva. Hopefully they'll be understanding.
Rena!
Well, looks like we owe you our thanks once again. You saved Rena's life not once, but twice now.
Oh, no. I hardly did anything worth thanking me for.
So is that what started this whole little episode? That little stone he found in the Salva mines?
That's the only explanation I can think of. When the stone shattered, Alan snapped back to normal.
First you go mad, then you transform into a monster. That stone almost reminds me of the sorcery globe.
Yes, it does seem to be that way. Perhaps the two are related somehow.
The sorcery globe.
That's just something that popped into my mind anyway.
It sounds like the town of Salva is in an uproar right now. As if Alan didn't cause enough chaos, rumors about the hero have made it over there as well.
I'm sorry. I know you had warned me about that.
Do not take that as a criticism. It was unavoidable with your mind focused upon saving Rena's life. Still, the story has spread too far now. Hiding it any longer will prove to be very impractical.
I see.
Would you mind investigating the sorcery globe for us, Mr. Kenny? I know this is an awfully selfish request, but frankly, I cannot think of anyone more fitting for the task. I as well believe Alan's fit of madness has something to do with the sorcery globe. If you could save him, then perhaps you could do yet more for us.
Mr. Kenny?
All right, I'll do it.
You will?
But first, let me just remind you that I'm not the hero. Saving the world is just way beyond me, I'm afraid. But I think the sorcery globe might provide some useful information for my own personal reasons. If I can help everyone else in the process, then I figure it'd be worthwhile, you know?
Thank you very much, Mr. Kenny. We will help you out as best we can.
Thank you, but I'm not making any promises.
Could you take me with you, Mr. Kenny?
Rena!
You heard what the mayor just said. I want to help out as best I can.
But Rena, it's going to be dangerous.
I fully understand that, but I just know I will be of some help to you along the way. You don't know very much about this land, do you, Mr. Kenny? So you're gonna need some kind of guide in your travels. I could at least provide you with that, right?
I suppose so, yes, but... Come on, Mayor, help me out here.
That's right, Mr. Kenny. Why don't you take her along if that's what she wants?
Mayor.
I'm sure she'll be a tremendous asset on the road. Please, think it over some.
Okay, I got it. But get your mom's permission first, Rena. I'm not gonna let you come with me unless she gives the green light.
Yeah, I know.
In that case, you should probably head for Cross first. That's a pretty large town, so I'm sure you'll find some leads there. Take care on your way home, Rena. It's starting to get chilly, so don't catch cold now.
Oh, I'll be all right. My house is right over there, you know. I'm not being a burden on you, am I? I know I kind of forced you into this.
No, of course not.
Listen,
Yes?
Oh, Rena, are you still here? I thought you'd be back home by now.
Have a good night.
Ah, welcome back, Rena.
Hi, Mom.
And so you saw right there on the left side that our friendship level has changed. We'll go over more of that here in a bit.
Mom, listen.
What is it?
Mr. Kenny said he'll go check out the sorcery globe for us.
Oh, really?
Really, but that's not all. I was thinking about going along with him.
Rena, why would you want to do that?
I thought the journey might be too much for him to handle by himself. I mean, he doesn't know a thing about this world.
But Rena...
No. Please, Mom. I have to tell you, I know all about...
Pardon my intrusion so late, my dear. Wester, could I have a word with you, please?
Certainly.
I'm gonna get some fresh air outside.
Let's go see if we can find Mr. Claude. It's dangerous to be inside the forest at night. What did you want me to do, Rena? That's where you took me. Oh, Claude. You having trouble sleeping too, huh, buddy?
Still no dice. Guess I'm too far out of range. Damn it.
Mr. Kenny, are you having trouble sleeping?
Oh, Rena. No, I just, what are you still doing up?
Well, I told my mother I'm going and, she was pretty surprised.
I would think so. Did she say no?
She didn't say anything, but then the mayor came by.
Oh.
Listen, Mr. Kenny, there's a reason why I want to come along with you.
A reason? What do you mean?
My mom, she's not my real mother. I don't think either of them realize I know, but I overheard them discussing it a long time ago.
Oh, really? So you want to search for your real mother?
I don't know. I don't have anything to go on besides this pendant. But the fact that whoever gave birth to me cared enough to give me this pendant, I think she must have loved me, at the very least.
What about the mom you have now? West is the one that raised you. I can tell she has a lot of love and affection for you. What about her feelings?
I love her. She's the only mother I have.
So why all this then?
I want to know what I really am. Where was I born? Why was I in the sacred forest? Where did this power of mine come from? But more than anything else, I want to know what happened to the woman who gave birth to me. I'm not going with you because I want to leave my village. I'm going because one day I will come back here again. It's getting late. I'm sorry I brought all this up.
No, it's...
Good night.
Take care of Rena for us, Mr. Kenny.
Yes, sir.
Be careful out on the road.
Of course. I'll be fine as long as Mr. Kenny is with me.
I suppose so.
Rena.
Don't worry, Mom. I promise I'll be back soon. Saying goodbye like this makes it all the better when I say hello again, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Come back soon. Okay, Rena? Thanks, Lucien. Remember to be a good boy, all right? Okay.
Go on now. Wouldn't want to keep Mr. Kenny any longer than we have to. You'd want to reserve enough time for the trip to Cross, no? It's best if you set off as soon as you can.
So the first thing to do is visit the King of Cross at the castle, right?
That's correct. He will certainly welcome you once you show him my letter of introduction. You'll be able to gather the latest information on what's going on from him.
Oh, definitely. I know the king pretty well myself.
Let's go then, Rena.
See you later, Mom.
Take care, Rena. If things get tough, you're welcome back here anytime you want. Don't forget that this is your home.
I won't forget it. Goodbye, Mom.
Best of luck to you, Mr. Kenny.
Thank you, sir.
And so here we are on the world map. You can press start to toggle minimap magnification, try and explore every nook and cranny of the gigantic map. Fast travel, instantly travel to any towns, shops, or dungeons that have been visited previously. All you gotta do is press up to select a destination. But travel on the guide menu can only be traveled to if it has a little man icon, and if it doesn't, you cannot fast travel there right now. Now, if you already played as Claude and you started with Claude, you actually would have already explored here, but because we started as Rena, we have not actually been able to explore yet. I didn't really want to fight any enemies, because we're just going to run around and grab this chest before we do anything else. Now, one thing I will say is, going forward, there's 5 blueberries for us. Going forward, pretty much the rest of the game will be played from both of their perspectives. For the most part, it is the same. You'll go through a lot of the same main missions and that kind of stuff. You'll be at the towns at the same time. Essentially, Claude is just your second protagonist this point forward. There are 2 missions that are exclusive to each character, or 2 times where you'll have an exclusive mission for each character going forward. And then, of course, tiny little instances like that when we got back into town right there. That was different depending on who you're playing as. Now, one thing you will notice if you are playing the Switch version is you'll see these trees pop in and out. You might hate it. It might not bother you. For me, personally, it doesn't bother me because you actually don't spend that much time out here on the world map than you might think, especially for such a big game as this. Now, before we do anything else, before we keep exploring, I do want to... I was trying to hit 100 there, but that's unfortunate. I do want to get a level up on Claude, getting him up to level 4. And I want to head back into town. So, we can just show off real quick. This is our world map. Honestly, pretty big. Now, if you press start, you can zoom in. I highly recommend you just keep this zoomed in. There's not really a reason to keep it zoomed out like that, because if you want to zoom it out, just pull up your world map like this. You can actually press X if you want to just get a full world view. You do get to explore all these areas. I believe in my original playthrough, I only fully explored this center continent. I don't think I ever got outside of that. But yes, you can fast travel from here to different towns or dungeons, including Sacred Forest and Salva Mines. But we're going to start by heading here to Arlia. You can see right there that there is a path action event that is only there for a limited amount of time. Pretty much any time you progress the story, I highly recommend you check your both town and dungeon maps to see if there are any limited time events going on. There's one here in Arlia, so let's go ahead and travel over there. You can see all the different places we can travel to. The only one we can actually travel to is out in the village, which is the entrance of the village. We'll go ahead and just fast travel there. I think technically you can fast travel to the south side as well, but not really a reason to right now. And then when you're in an area that has a private action, all you gotta do is press Y, and you can turn it on. Gain a glimpse of the unknown relationships or unexpected sides of your companions. Friendship levels between characters can change depending on which path actions take place or which choices are made. Note that friendship level can also change events that occur. Friendship level doesn't have much an effect on the game as a whole. Really, it only changes certain dialogue options, and then like different endings happen at the end of the game depending on friendship levels. But again, I just highly recommend when you see these path actions, do them. They'll almost always increase your friendship. So we're in a town. We can just go ahead, and I believe it's just that's just showing us quick heal. I think the path action is just here. Let's go ahead and press Y, switch to path action mode. And he will actually depart from us. And now we are exploring as just Rena. If you were Claude, you would explore as Claude. These path actions are different depending on who you play as. I believe they, the ones between Claude and Rena are always the same, but other companions will have different interactions with the characters depending on who you're playing as. So when we're in the path action mode, all we gotta do is, how do I get up there to Claude? I guess we just walk close enough. I knew it. I'm never getting back to Earth, am I? That's Claude's voice. But coming here has made me realize how vital reality is. That feeling you get when you walk on the ground with your own 2 feet. The only kind of nature we had on the Calnus was all just a holographic illusion. If you don't have your own 2 feet, what else are you going to walk around with? All they worried about on Earth was how to make life easier for themselves. Let the important things just slip away. I think I know why everybody's so happy on this planet. This is the way people are supposed to live their lives. Oh, it's getting too philosophical for me. I don't really understand what he's trying to say. I'm sure Earth used to be just like this. And if it was, then the only explanation for it is that we messed up somewhere along the way. I better enjoy it here while I can. It won't be long before I'll have to make do with the artificial trees again. There's got to be some way to get back. But until then... Sounds like Claude has some heavy thinking to do. Better leave him alone for now. This all but confirms. I didn't know for sure. In some of the games, the path actions are the same depending on, like, no matter who you're playing as. That is not the path action you get with Claude, so that is different. So all my path actions, if you are not playing as Rena and you are playing as Claude, will be different. Once you're done, you can just go ahead and press Y to switch back to normal mode, and Claude will rejoin you. So, with that done, we can go ahead and head on back outside of town. I believe, can we actually just... No, there's no quick way to get back out onto the world map besides just stepping out. So, let's go ahead and exit, and now we will talk about our characters and the different stats. So, here in our camp menu, let's go ahead and start by talking about equipment. Claude uses swords. I didn't think Rena uses knuckles, but she might use knuckles based off that. Everybody uses shields, helmets, armor, and greaves. Accessories, let's go ahead and give him a necklace, and no reason to give him anything else. And now, let's go ahead and talk about your different stats. Can I navigate over there? No, there's a way to find it, though. So weirdly enough, I actually could not find a way to view what these do, but I just pulled up exactly what I needed so that way I can tell you exactly what it is. So, your HP is your HP and your MP is your MP. Both are pretty straightforward. Your attack affects damage of normal attacks, that's just when you press A, and your special arts. Your defense increases your resistance to physical damage. The hit is your accuracy. It affects how often your normal attacks and special arts land. And your AVD is your dodge, affects the rate of dodging physical attacks. I believe you'll also see that when they throw their shield up. That is the same thing. Your int, your intelligence, affects the power of spells. Your luck increases the chances of obtaining items. Your STM or stamina affects the amount of HP and MP recovered after your battle. Your crit affects the chance of critical hits when attacking, and your guts affects the chance of avoiding incapacitation. I believe the higher guts, it actually means there's a chance you don't go down to 1 HP. Overall, you can see here, we actually have a high attack on Rena, which is a little odd, but you can also see we have really low int for Claude. Overall, Rena is going to be your int character, especially early on, whereas Claude's going to be your attacking character. However, defense, unlike other RPGs that you might expect, defense is actually used for every character. You just want them to have high defenses. Overall, bigger stats mean better, but if you want to, Rena wants to have high int and Claude wants to have high attack. Past that, he's actually really low leveled, so they're not like accurate comparisons. We have our items. This is essentially items that we can use. We can actually use a shortcut to come in here, but we can talk about a couple of them. Blueberries are your basic HP recovery. Blackberries are your basic MP recovery. Fruit syrup heals both, and Resurrection Elixir brings a teammate back. You have a ton of different things you can view here. Honestly, just scroll through the whole thing if you want to get rid of it. You don't need to look at every single one of these all the time. Next up, you have your database. This lets you view a couple different things. Your item encyclopedia, all the different items you have. You can see we've only found 1% of items. Your enemy encyclopedia, we've only found 2% of enemies. There are 205 enemies in this game. Your unique spots, this is every unique spot that you can find in the game. There are only 36 of them, not as many as you'd think. Then you have a question mark, question mark, question mark. We'll go over that once we unlock it. Player info essentially is just your stats you have here. I wouldn't look too much into it, or you might find a couple different spoilers, such as there are different endings in this game. And then achievements. These are achievements that are carried over between every game. So I don't want to go too much, but you can see here you get an achievement for just having Rena and Claude start the game. We've actually got 29% of achievements just because I've played this game before. Finally, you have your tutorials where you can view everything you've seen so far. Past that, you have your status. There it is. There's our character. I was like, I know you can find it around here somewhere. I just didn't want to click on it because I wanted to save all the tutorials. That's exactly what we just went over. The attack, defense, hit, all that stuff. And then friendship levels. They get indicated by hearts. So once they're maxed, they are the closest they can be. Rena and Claude are two characters. You can just view a overall status screen with all of them. If you press Y, you can swap over to talents and friendship levels between the two, as well as their favorite food. We will go over talents here in a little bit. If you press X, you can actually swap back to their original portraits. So this is this game. This was like the remake that got done in like 2000s. And this is the original portrait for Rena. Yeah, very big improvement. You could do the same with Claude here. He actually doesn't look that different. Rena got a big glow up though. And then you have your tactics. These are how you change your party screens. Right now it doesn't matter because we only have 2 people. As well as the formation. So you can choose where they start. And they actually give you different buffs. So right now we only have linear motion. But essentially, this determines what bonus you get from your chain gauge. Right now we're at a bonus of 99. But that's because they're starting next to each other. That'll change as you unlock new characters and find new ones. So I recommend you always check it out. Finally, the last 2 things I want to go over. Improve and special arts and spells. We can start with special arts and spells. These are things that characters get their arts and spells. Conditions for learning arts and spells is when they level up, you obtain certain items, and after certain events in the game. Set special arts or spells for use in battle. There are 3 types of special arts and spells. HP, mainly damages HP. Break, mainly damages shields. And balance, damages both HP and shields. Attack spells, damage types are all balanced. Skipping spell cutscenes. It is possible to skip certain spell cutscenes through the menu option. So essentially, these are just quick options if you don't want to press X and go to that. So right now, my right button is set to Crush, but if I wanted to switch it to Heal or Antidote, I could. And then you can set the spells that you can use. So like, if you didn't want Rena to use anything but Crush, you could take both of those off. Finally, you can use the spell if you want to from here. Claude has Air Slash, we'll just throw that on. And finally, you do see everything it does. So like Air Slash uses 5 MP. It has a short AoE around the self and a long straight line. So that determines actually where it's used. So if Claude is short distance from the enemy, that's where the short and long comes into play. He will do the damage around himself. And if he's far away from the enemy and has the long, he will do a straight line attack. Finally, and the biggest one that I highly recommend you do not go too deep into until you know what you're doing, is improve. There are 3 options. The top one doesn't unlock yet, starting with combat skills. Learning/improving battle skills. This is where you spend your BP to improve or learn battle skills. Battle skills are only effective in combat. You can press Y to toggle battle skills mode. They can be turned on or off. This only applies to battle skills that have been learned. So, essentially, you can learn different battle skills here for both characters. Now, these are all the same battle skills, but for instance, if I want to improve guard break, which randomly ignores an enemy's defense when attacking, I could use BP to do so. I would avoid using these for the time being, just because you might need to change what you have, and you want to make sure your characters use it appropriately, because you can't get it back once you've spent it. But special arts and spells. This is where you can use BP to improve special arts and spells. So unlike the last one, where it's things such as randomly boosts attack power, randomly boosts defense, randomly invades enemy attacks, reduce days time, that kind of stuff. Instead, you can actually boost your arts directly. So Antidote can't be boosted because you don't have anything better than Cures Poison. However, if I boost Crush, I will get a stronger attack. If I boost Heal, I will heal more. If I boost Air Slash, I will get a stronger attack. You can actually see there, if I go ahead and boost Heal, you can see it got that little arrow down where it says improvement bonus. That means I cannot boost it any further. Hold off on using these as long as you can. There are 2 more options, but we don't have access to that yet. So, finally, back out here on the world map. We're going to start by heading west out of town. And we want to get... It's going to be an item along the coast. I think it's over there. I wanted to see if there was anything I could get right now, though. We're going to ignore a lot of these enemies. Most of these are the enemies we already fought in the mines. If you are playing as Claude, you had a really good chance to grind enemies before you ever went into the mines out here. But we'll come down here, grab this chest for a talisman. And if you have a line right there, there's actually going to be 2 fights back to back. So it is a chain battle. When they're too close, they'll get a straight line. There can be up to 5 consecutive battles, and the more consecutive battles, the greater the bonus full and XP you earn. So, easy way to get XP, try to group as many enemies up as possible, and then fight them back to back. You can see that's his air slash. He's probably just going to spam that, honestly, since we're not playing as him.
Well, I'd say that's worth 10 out of 10.
And we get some blueberries. Now, because we didn't play as Claude, we didn't actually run up to Salva, the town of Salva, but it is just right up there, up north of us. It's along this path. So if you don't want to actually go over there, we can just go ahead and hop over to the town of Salva. And I believe... Oh, can we not fast travel there? Oh, that sucks. Can I go to Salva Mines? Honestly, let's just start in Salva Mines. We can just exit through here. Inside the Salva Mines, we're actually going to start by going south here. Because you're slightly faster than the enemy. I decided not to pick this up after I showed it off, since I did reset again. So let's go ahead and just examine this unique spot. I did already show it off, but this will give us a little bit of an XP multiplier for Rena and Claude, getting him up to level 5. Going to get in this fight real quick so that way they don't sneak up on me and get a backstab and make me lose my bonus.
Well, I'd say that's worth 10 out of 10.
The last thing we're going to grab down here for the time being is all the way up north here. There's actually a chest in that arena where we fought the boss. Now, if you want to, you actually, I think, can go over to the left over there. I don't recommend it at the moment. There is a boss down there. You could beat it. If you're really good with your dodge attacks, your counter attacks, you probably could win. I don't recommend it. I did beat it my first time playing this game, but I think I came back with like a full party at a much higher level. I was level 30 whenever I stopped playing. But all the way up here, we can go ahead and grab this chest for a robe. It's not good, but you can sell it if you want to. So with that done, let's go ahead and stay here in Salva Mines, and let's actually go to the entrance. This way we have an easier way to get back out to Salva. So go ahead and walk south here. This will spit us back out at Alan's mansion. I think you can still rest here for free if you don't want to spend money in an inn. But also, because fast travel exists, it's really easy just to fast travel to a save point that you can heal from. This is where you would have entered the mine if you were playing as Claude. That's that second entrance into the mines, but no reason for us to do anything there. Go ahead and head south. And I want to say you actually have to step into these locations to get them as fast travel points. You can buy new gear if you want to. I do not want to at all. Yeah, you do have to step into them in order to get them to register. I don't want to buy anything right now. I want to save my money for when we get to the next town, which will have significantly better gear, since you could have bought stuff as Claude. There is Portrait B. We're just going to pick up that item. There's actually not much else here. Again, if you want to spend items, you can, or spend money to pick up some items, you can. We're just not going to do that. Let me see if I need to... I need to register these places. There's not really a reason to, because we're about to go to just a better location. I don't think we can get anything. No. But the last thing we want to do here in town is we're actually going to go ahead and head back up to Alan's mansion. We're going to talk to Alan inside of it, because only if you're playing as Rena, I think. I don't think he does this with Claude. If you're playing as Rena, for sure, you can go ahead and head up here, and we can talk to him. Oh, hi, Rena. Hello, Claude. How are you feeling, Alan? I'm feeling much better, thanks. What brings you here today? We've decided to sail over to L to investigate the sorcery globe. Sorcery globe? Isn't that dangerous? But someone has to do it, right? Don't worry about me, Alan. Mr. Kenny will make sure that I'm safe. No, I trust Claude, but I still can't help but feel a little worried. You're always worrying too much. I'll be fine, I promise. Well, good luck and take care of yourselves. Oh, before you go, Rena, I wanted you to have this. We get a ring of happiness. And we can go ahead and I'm curious if it's any better. Increases my int by 10, luck by 50, and stamina by 10. Yeah, it's better. Let's go ahead and throw that on. And then we can go ahead and give you that. And then we can give you a talisman as well. There we go. And with that, we are going to quickly make our way over to the city of Cross, which is where it wants us to go. We'll wind things down in our brand new city. So we'll just go ahead and exit northwest here. And we're going to start making our way northwest. Now, there will be over here, off to our left, there'll be a chest that we can grab all the way over there in the distance. It's honestly kind of long to navigate the world map, but it's really just to get from point A to point B. Think of it almost like a Final Fantasy map where you spend a lot less time out here, and because there's no random encounters, it's even easier. There's some blackberries. I don't think there's anything else tucked away in there. There is not, so we'll go ahead and just run on back. And then we want to run until we see Cross to our north. A good thing Claude doesn't trigger fights with these enemies. We're going to keep going till we see Cross up ahead. And then we're going to have a couple more things we can grab. Oh, watch out. We will see a dungeon up there in our northwest corner. We're actually going to start running over there, but we're not going to go into the dungeon just yet. Instead, we'll go ahead and just go up this slope. And right up there next to the entrance of the dungeon will be a chest for us to grab. We might have to fight this guy to get past him.
We got enemies.
Yeah, come here. Get out of here. We're way stronger than they are at this point.
That was easier than I thought.
Go grab this chest, and then we're going to make our way over towards Cross, but we're actually not going to head inside yet. That's a gold cross, another accessory item. Worry about that later. Oh boy, this could be... No! They got the back attack. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Especially because it didn't even matter. We just lost our bonus gauge. We're gonna get a lot of XP from this. It's just sad because I had such a high bonus going. I was at the 2x bonus. It happens. It's gonna happen at some point. You can see we're gonna actually get 2 times XP and full from this fight. Now it's 2.5x XP in full. Honestly, I should have just gotten to 5 fights. That would have been way more worth it.
That's one for us.
Oh, my bonus didn't get back up yet. But yeah, we got so much there. And we hit level 8 with Rena. And level 6 with Claude. I skipped getting a skill there, but we can just check it out. Right out here. What was it? A Deep Mist. It chance to decrease the accuracy of all targets. Now... Nope, I don't want to fight you guys. We're going to actually go past Cross. You can see that item all the way over there. And that's what we're going to. It's way out there in the distance, that silver chest. So let's go ahead and go grab that real quick. Really easy to get. Not a single fight along the way. Pick that up for a lunar talisman. We will go over all my accessories here in a second. And our final destination we're going to go to is we're actually going to ignore Cross real quick. And we're going to go to the left of it and just follow the pathway north. So we need to get back up. Honestly, probably should have gone to this first, but that's all right. Head up here. And as soon as we start making our way north, we should see another chest for us to get all the way along the coast. So we're just going to follow this path for quite a bit, and you can see it right up there directly ahead, way off in the distance. So let's go pick that one up. And after quite a long travel, if you don't want to come get these yet, you could just go to Cross first and then come back and get these, just to save yourself a little bit of time, since we are going to have to run back to Cross.
That's one for us.
But there we go. Fight that enemy. You can see we're getting like nothing from these basic enemies at this point because we are too high of a level. And we can grab this red chest for eggs and dairy, 5 of them. Now, finally, let's go ahead and check out our new things. We got the lunar talisman, increase our max HP by 20%. I will go ahead and throw that on Claude. Then the gold cross increases the hit rate, so just making your character more accurate. Don't really feel like giving any of that to my characters right now. So with that done, let's go ahead and just make the long trip back all the way back over to Cross. You can still see the spire out in the distance to our northwest. And so here we are at the city of Cross. I think this is our second nighttime we've gone through. You'll see that the day kind of progresses as we run around here. But this is the city of Cross, our next destination on our way to the globe. But I think we're going to go ahead and wind things down here. The next episode, we will properly explore Cross City and hopefully head on into the next dungeon. I will see you guys then.